Welcome back everyone to a bullish bully Cobra Kai Season 6 Watch Party! You know that frustration you feel when you see dorks and dweebs strutting around all over school without getting knocked down, stuffed into a locker, or really any sort of retribution? In Cobra Kai Season 6, this travesty could become very common. The biggest dorks of the show have moved up the social ladder. They even learned to fight and are no longer an easy target. Likewise, the primary anti-dweeb enforcers have changed or are in the process of changing their ways. This means next season West Valley High could have a serious lack of bullying. Well, that doesn't make for fun. What is the Miyagi-verse without some bullies to push kids around? Well, never fear, there is a way to bring back some of that classic bullying in Season 6, and it could potentially tie in some material from The Next Karate Kid. You already know The Next Karate Kid will very likely be the movie of reference for Season 6, following the pattern I laid out in the Julie Pierce video. Be sure to check that one out. So where does that leave us? As you remember, the wonderful bully kids of The Next Karate Kid were not just random students acting on their own. They were organized, united, and actually trained in the arts of bully behavior. They had a teacher who created the program and believed in it. It was all sanctioned by the school. That organization is the Alpha Elite. Obviously, this is the brainchild of a low-status male writer who imagined what really mean bully kids in high school would be like. Jealousy and resentment often show up in the form of projection. Maybe we'll have a learn party to see how to spot it. But let's ignore all that. The point is, the organization is the perfect fodder for this show to embrace. Cobra Kai has succeeded at taking plot points and other details from the movies and making them into something more impactful in this show. That's what I mean about this. But Watch Party, you man with the sexiest voice in Cobra Kai. The Alpha Elite are all the way in Boston. How would they end up at West Valley High? It doesn't make sense. Excellent question, dear partygoer. I'm glad you asked. As you recall, West Valley High has been experiencing an uncontrolled surge in bullying and other antisocial behavior. It's gotten bad, really bad. The whole school laughs as students are humiliated. No one steps in to stop it or even slow it down. No one has forgotten about the brutal fight that took place on the first day of school. Kids have even withdrawn to get away from it all. It's worth remembering in the show's timeline, that fight was still only just 1 year ago. It's very normal that over the summer, the principal and other administrators would put their empty heads together to come up with a solution to the problem. So imagine Principal Lopez decides to fix the West Valley bully problem, as well as establish greater security. They already have police and metal detectors, but that is putting a bad vibe on the educational atmosphere. He would do what anyone in his position would do. He looks around for new programs and ideas from other parts of the country. Imagine in his quest to change West Valley, he learns of a program that was getting bigger and more popular on the East Coast. Other principals and administrators sing its praises. That program is the Alpha Elite. Don't let the supposed happy ending of The Next Karate Kid fool you. Colonel Da-Eun lost to Miyagi, but he would have continued right on with his program and eventually expanded to other schools. By the time of Cobra Kai, it is a very successful extracurricular in New England. People say it's why Massachusetts is the top in education in America. Nearby Harvard is very well aware of it and looks kindly on students who have joined. And as colleges go, what Harvard looks favorably on, the other universities follow. So when Principal Lopez is looking to instill some discipline in their school that could also prevent major outbursts, what better idea could there be? Obviously, the program's originator, Colonel Da-Eun himself, may come by to oversee its implementation. It's a brand new school and it's the sort of gig he would come out of retirement for. One last desperate school he wants to help out. He's doing good, you see. He may not be alone either. Perhaps he's passing the torch to one of his best students who is ready to take over the program entirely. Maybe this gives us a Next Karate Kid reunion. So who would join the Alpha Elite? Right away, this could split our main characters. It's the sort of thing Hawk, or at least old Hawk, would have jumped at. But you realize the current Hawk will pass. He has nothing to prove, and the supposed benefits of the program don't mean anything to him. On the other hand, Dimitri may actually want to join under the impression it is a way to help the school and would look really good as an extracurricular on a college application. But even more so after beating up Kyler last season, he could see his calling as someone who could stop bullies. He was on the receiving end much of high school, and maybe during his last year, he could help some others coming up behind him. Would the new status and authority get to him? Would he then turn into a bully? We'll have to see. Now, traditionally, girls weren't allowed in the Alpha Elite. It's a program to train men, not a knitting class. However, due to the current woke avalanche of feelings, girls would probably be allowed in. Sam wouldn't want anything to do with it, that's not her, but you can see Da-Eun wanting to sign up. Again, it's that college application she would be thinking about. Harvard looks favorably on it. Plus, she strikes you as someone who seeks after power. Any way to get ahead is what she wants, and this is a great way for that. I do think Tori would stay away. She's always been motivated by fighting for what's hers, and frankly, the Alpha Elite wouldn't offer her anything in that regard. She's just focused on keeping her head down at school and staying out of trouble. While a program to build character and discipline may have merits, she probably wouldn't be the most popular person to join up, considering what happened last year. Miguel is the most in-between. You imagine after what happened to him last year, he may feel obligated to step up as a leader and take a position to help the school so no one else goes through that again. However, after the true nature of the elite comes out, he would be the first to drop out. He wants to help people, not assert himself above others. As for some of the other characters, it's a mixed bag. Certainly you agree Mitch may join up. After his betrayal that didn't quite work out, he'll be looking for new people to fit in with. He could totally be Alpha Elite. I also think Bert would join mostly just because it's funny and it seems like he's the least likely to fit in. And there's always Kyler. After several years of being the chief West Valley bully, would he take the mantle of authority and keep it going? You can see Kyler easily wanting in and trying to be the leader. Now with the Sekai Taigai going, plus other events outside of school, this won't be the biggest storyline of the season. However, after the apparent Miyagi feigned success at the end of Season 5, it would be a way to set the feeling that something isn't right. All is not well. Then, with Sensei Kim Da-Eun's Korean dojo coming over, there will be threats on multiple fronts. Maybe our heroes will feel that constant pressure again. Someone is watching them. Someone is ready to get them. Outside, it's the new Cobra Kai. At school, it's the Alpha Elite. There could ultimately be a way to tie it all together. If Julie Pierce offers to help train for the Sekai Taikai, then maybe Sam or Tori could casually mention this new program at their school. Of course, Julie would recognize it as having been from her school back in the 90s. This could lead to a confrontation between them all. Then, upon learning that Julie Pierce is helping the students train for an international karate tournament, perhaps Da-Eun and Ned would do anything they can to throw them off. Also, if Kreese knew Da-Eun from the army, they could very likely meet up. That would bring further alliance between the Alpha Elite and Sensei Kim's Cobra Kai. Now, whether Da-Eun and Kreese knew each other in Vietnam or in the army, that would be a topic for another video. Be sure you're subscribed because you won't want to miss that when it comes. But for now, at least you can see they would be natural allies and have a common cause between them. Let me know how you think the Alpha Elite will do at West Valley High. Have a great day. I'll see you at the next watch party.